Original.
Hello and welcome to Webcrawlers. This is our mailbag episode where we play your voicemails and also sometimes do some other stuff too. I am Allie Siegel.
I am Melissa Stettin.
And I, producer Maria.
Do we have any reviews?
I got one from Great Britain here.
Oh, GB.
From Dub Puppy. I feel younger and more radiant just listening to this. 5 stars. This show cracks me up. I particularly enjoy the mailbag shows where listeners leave messages about random yet strangely interesting stuff. I love how the hosts talk over the voicemails. I have no idea why that is funny, but it is.
Fun.
Oh, that's funny.
Wow, this is from Ding Dong Dana Merrill. Hot and horny for hot dogs. 10 out of 10. This podcast is exquisite and has something for everyone. I mean, what other show can you listen to that makes you 1, hot and horny for hot dogs, 2, big time baffled about Bigfoot, 3, scared silly about some spooky true crime stories and conspiracies, all while getting just a little bit dumber. JK, each show is actually very well researched, and these 3 bimbos, aka Allie, Melissa, and Maria, will keep you informed on craziest and most bizarre stories about crime and the occult, all while laughing to the point of tears and uncontrollable toots. These ladies actually pick the most fun topics, and listeners even get a chance to be part of the show in the mailbag episodes with voicemails and emails. Basically, if you love to hear about crime, corruption, and drama, but don't want to feel totally depressed after, the show is just for you. Thank you.
We're non-depressing true crime.
Exactly. This is from Sam Witt, my favorite bimbos. Started listening to the Webcrawlers right before the pandemic when I moved to a new city. Listening to this podcast is like hanging out with your friends, which is exactly what I needed at the time. All the topics are so interesting, I'm either cracking up or totally creeped out. 10 out of 10.
Aww.
Here's one from Canada.
Ooh.
From Lloyd Jacob 9, 5 stars. A good, nay, great podcast.
Ooh.
Have been listening since near the beginning and still look forward, have we read this one? To new episodes weekly, mailbags and all. These 2 hosts are hilarious and research an array of interesting topics from murders to ice cream machines. Their producer is also a lovely addition to an already perfect dynamic. Don't stop crawling.
Don't stop
I like how
crawling.
people now are like repping the mailbag episodes.
Yeah.
People like them.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, what's going on with our contest?
Well, we're going to wait one more week because sometimes we gave people until the 1st. Sometimes it takes a little bit for reviews to pop up. So next time we record, we will announce a winner.
And send us your screenshots. I've already gotten some
Yes.
emails and DMs. Keep them
Nice.
coming. Okay. Should we get into these voicemails?
Let's do it to it.
Hello, this message is for the web crawlers. This is Laura Fernandez from Cleveland, Ohio. I've called a few times before. I'm just here wrapping some gifts and I was bored, so I was like, I'm going to call the web crawlers. This is also a direct response to Allie S., the Colombian from, I think, New Jersey listener. You are not the only Colombian, because I, too, am Colombian. And Colombian hot dogs are the best. I didn't go to Colombia until I was 11, and my world was changed because my whole family has raved about them my whole life, and they are very delicious. Final fact is that my uncle actually raised quails for hot dog specific purposes. So, yeah.
Wow.
And then the other thing is, since I'm from Cleveland, I do remember growing up when there were the missing girls here, and one of them was Hispanic, and we used to go to a Hispanic church on the west side of Cleveland, which is where the disappearance happened. And I remember being really young and like 6 or 7 and seeing her face everywhere, and then kind of forgetting about her. Since we stopped going to church. And then years later when she was found, I was like, oh my God, I didn't realize it was the same girl. So yeah, it's wild. It's just absolutely bonkers. That whole story was just crazy. But yeah, just wanted to say that there is another Colombian here, and Colombian hot dogs are the best, and I love the Webcrawlers per usual. Happy holidays to everyone. Bye.
Okay, Colombian hot dogs.
I had a hot dog yesterday.
What kind?
Well, I saw a movie and I decided to get a hot dog, but I have some regrets because I didn't get any ketchup or anything on it, so it was just a dry movie hot dog.
That's what Martin loves. Hot dogs with nothing.
Yeah. I thought that I would love that too. I was really like craving the flavor of the beef, and I thought I just want to savor it. But you need a really good bun to do that, you know?
Yep. You need a steamed, soft bun.
Yeah, and the movie theater that's not what the movie theater provided for me.
Right. I don't mind. When Martin first got a hot dog, like a plain hot dog with nothing on it, I was like, you're insane. And then I had a bite. I'm like, okay, this is, I get it. I prefer
it's not bad.
ketchup
You let
and
the meat
mustard,
really do
but-
the
Yeah,
the talking.
The meat do the talking and the ketchup does the walking. Whoa.
Okay, next message.
Hey, web crawlers. This is Joran calling.
Hi.
Hello. I'm going to keep this short because I'm sure several people have called about this already.
Uh-oh.
Real Housewives of New Jersey. I haven't watched it in a long time, but my memory is that Teresa Giudice was that's what she went by until she started putting out cookbooks. And she wanted to sound more authentically Italian was my guess at the time. And that's when she started saying that her name was pronounced Giudice. So it has been
Thank
both.
you.
Okay, that's all.
Thank you.
Bye. Happy holidays.
Wow, Judy J was correct.
Yeah, I was trying to honor her heritage. You guys are just, I don't know.
Yeah, if you have a name like that, you gotta go Judy J.
Judy
It's just
J.
funner.
Yeah, funner.
It's just
funner.
funner.
It's just fun.
It's just
funner.
Funner, more fun, funner. Funner's not a word, is it?
Nope, it's not. But I was letting you
No,
have
I don't
it.
think
I
it
was
is.
Like
letting
something
you have
in my
it.
brain was like, this doesn't sound natural.
You guys
Okay.
never let me have it, but I let you have it.
Okay, funner.
Hi, this is a message for web crawlers. I just wanted to remind Allie that, I was listening to 90 Day Slumber Party earlier, and I just wanted to remind Allie that she did say that she was going to make Ziad merch, and I haven't seen any, and I'm hoping it's Allie art Ziad merch. I don't want just regular Ziad merch. I want Allie Ziad merch. Just wanted to put that little bird back in here. Think it'd be a hit. All right.
Ziad from 90 Day Fiancé. He's the one who says, I work so much work.
I work so much work. So much beautiful.
By the way, the new season of 90 Day Fiancé. What is it, before the 90 days?
Oh, yeah, before the 90 days and the single life. They're both amazing.
It's so good. They've
They're
really
so
outdone
good.
themselves. It's great. Okay, next message.
Hi, this is Teneri from Oklahoma. I was just listening to the recent mailbag, and there was a story told about getting drunk and going into the wrong apartment, blah, 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 blah. But it reminded me of the story of my boyfriend doing that, but just like walking into his roommate's room. This roommate was very funny and sweet and everything, but he was also weird. Like one time he ran out of dog food and fed his dog pizza rolls, even though everyone else in the house had a dog and, had dog food. But that's another story, whatever. But so my boyfriend was pretty drunk and he went and started sleeping in his roommate's bed. It was on the same side of the house and everything. And I went in there and I was just like, hey, what are you doing? What is going on? This roommate also didn't have sheets on his bed, but whatever. So I was trying to get my boyfriend up, and his roommate's dog was like in the bed with him. And he's like, Charlie, get off of the bed, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, this is Charlie's bed. He can be here. I don't know what you're doing. And then he was just like, I was like, you are in your roommate's bed. Like, please get up. And he was just like, no, I'm not. And I was just like, he was like, where are the sheets? And I was just like, there aren't any because you're in your roommate's bed. And that was the clarity moment he had that like made him realize he was like actually in the wrong bed. He was also like very asleep. Yep, that was just a really stupid story. Okay, love you guys. Next time I promise I'll call and tell a ghost story. Okay, bye.
Feeding your dog pizza rolls.
Lucky dog.
Lucky dog. Okay, next.
Hey, this message is for the web crawlers. I thought you guys would enjoy this witchy story from my husband about our son. I had a baby about 3 months ago, so he's still pretty new. And then within that first month, it's obviously the hardest because they're infants and it's insane. It's such an adjustment. My husband, who I should preface, is really talented with like tarot and astral projecting and just a whole bunch of witchy traits that I'm pretty jealous because I don't have them, to be quite honest. But he came to me from the first month of our son's life and said, hey, I had this really weird dream about him. I'm like, okay, go off, tell me. And he's like, yeah, in this dream, our baby was talking to him as like a full adult, but he was an infant, and he was telling my husband that he was a witch in a past life and that he chose us as parents specifically, and that he planned to, make the world a better place, and he wanted to come back and just all of that kind of stuff. So my husband was telling me about this, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not mad about it. I'm here for that. But now that our son's a little bit older and he can interact, he's 3 months now, so he is a little bit more aware. I'll ask him randomly, like, oh my gosh, are you a witch? Like, were you a witch in the past life? And every time I ask him, he smiles and he giggles and he kind of gives me this like look in his eye of like, yeah. So that's our story of our son is hopefully a previous witch and will bring some cool witchy qualities to our family. So keep up the good work and love you guys. Hope you have happy holidays and la.
Dang, your kid's a witch.
Wow, I love that. Baby witch.
Like a sandwich, but a baby witch.
But a baby witch.
Hey, this is for Webcrawlers. This is the Geen guy. Melissa, I've never heard
the guy who said you
who's
pronounced
done
Geen wrong.
Pickle thing, and that was always a tradition in my family. So that's pretty rad.
Pickle in the
Definitely a
Christmas
real
tree.
thing.
Yeah.
Also, I've sent you guys messages about this, but I really think you guys should do an episode on Kanika Powell. It's a really creepy, weird thing that happened. There's never really been a resolution to it, but it's definitely something to look into.
Tanika?
Y'all have a wonderful holiday and a happy new year. See ya.
Did you say Tanika or Kanika? Kanika Powell. Kanika. Kanika Powell.
Oh, unresolved murder of Kanika Powell. Oh, yeah. We should add it to the list.
Yes, absolutely.
List.
She was a laboratory worker. This looks interesting.
Yeah, national security. Weird. Yeah, let's definitely do it.
Weird. Interesting.
Hi, this message is for the web crawlers. And I love the show. I'm giving y'all a call because I was debating whether I wanted to call y'all about this because it's not like crazy interesting, but it's more interesting than maybe like a synchronicity. Sorry, no offense to synchronicities. Anyways, but y'all just dropped a bank robber episode today, and I was like, oh my god, it's perfect timing. So I went on a date with this dude the other night, and this dude,
queen.
I'm not like, I can't get into my history with him. It's crazy. Basically, one of those tender dudes that just talked it off. Doesn't matter, okay? Anyways, he's crazy, and he's always been kind of off and kind of weird, but I was kind of like into that because he also kind of looked like Gerard Way. Anyways, y'all don't care about that part. And we start chatting, and I'm like randomly asked him, like, have you ever grown like a beard? Have you ever had a beard? Just as a fun question. And he was like, yeah, I used to have a goatee when I was on the run from the law. And I was like, what? Because I thought he was joking around, but then he was like, yeah, I was like in hiding from something illegal I did, but the statute of limitations ran out. And I was like, you're fucking with me. What? He was like, no. And I was like, well, what did you do? And he wouldn't tell me, and eventually I had to guess that he apparently robbed something. And I won't disclose the location. But apparently he robbed some banks, and I still didn't believe him, right? So the next day, like, bank robberies in this area, because he told me, like, it was just a city that we're still in. And I found one from several years ago. The suspect picture, literally just him in a wig. Him in a wig. Like, it was so obvious, and his, like, build was even, exactly
Oh no.
the same, but it was very easy to tell that was him. And so, and I will keep it. It's up in the air right now whether I'm going to see him again or not. Because he didn't use the
don't
weapon,
see him
so,
again.
I mean,
No.
dangerous could be. But anyways, I just want to tell you all that crazy story. It was so crazy finding it out and finding like the suspect picture and like putting his Tinder picture next to it. Anyways, it's a secret though. Don't be snitching. I think the statute of limitations for bank robbery was only 5 years.
Oh,
So,
really?
anyways, I just had to share that. I went on a date with a bank robber. We'll see if it succeeds. So, yeah. He wasn't dressed as Santa, though. He did have, like, a short wig on, but he was not dressed as Santa. Okay, anyways, happy holidays. La, la, la.
Wow, going on a date with a bank robber.
I like how she's like,
exciting.
we might go out again. I'm not quite sure yet.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Him in a wig. She said the statute of limitations for bank robbery is 5 years.
Wow.
Bank robbery is scary, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would you rob a bank? You can't get money out of a bank. There's so many like safes and codes and like it just seems impossible now.
You have to be really confident, though,
Yeah.
to try to rob a bank. And, like, that's kind of sexy.
Yes.
So I get it.
Hello, this message is for the web crawlers. My name's Jamie O'Keefe, and I'm calling from Greece, New York. First, I just wanted to say how much I love your show, and you guys make me laugh on my bad days, and
Aww.
not a lot of people can do that, so thank you. And I just did want to go over a weird dream I had, / angelic encounter, possibly. So
I'm all
when I was
ears.
17, 18, my Aunt Katie was passing away from colon cancer. It spread up to her brain. And my mom and her sisters were driving from New York to Florida to try to get to say goodbye before she passed away. And that night I went to bed, and it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I had this really intense dream with my Aunt Katie. I just remember being on a beach, which was her favorite place to be, and I could feel the sand on my toes, and it was so warm and just so loving. And my Aunt Katie was there, and she was healthy looking. By the end of her battle with colon cancer, she had lost quite a bit of weight, as you can imagine. And in my dream, she just looked so healthy, like my Aunt Katie that I knew. And she had this white, beautiful sweater on and white capris and her gold jewelry. And she's smiling and happy. And she looked at me and said, I love you. I'm good. I'm okay. Go be happy. And I love you. And she blew me a kiss, and I swear I could feel a hug. And I woke up and looked at the clock. Like I said, it was like 10 after 3. And then thought it was strange of how intense it was. We're back. And then my mom called in the morning. They didn't make it because the van had broken down and they had to get it repaired. They didn't make it because she had passed away about 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh,
Maybe
my
about 5-10
God.
minutes before I had that intense dream. And I never really told anybody in my family for a good 15, 20 years. Because she passed back in 2000. And they subsequently all yelled at me because they're like, why didn't you tell us? And because it was so personal and intense, and I thought people would think I was crazy, which, I mean, I am, but I tend to think good crazy, if that's a thing.
I don't know if there's a
Wow,
part,
I
not a
totally
part
believe
two.
that. Oh my God, that's
Wow.
amazing. What a gift. I totally believe she was visiting. Wow.
Yeah. Okay, next message.
Web crawlers. I want to have the the air horn every time I call. You know, I have to say, this is Amy from Ohio. I kind of feel like I don't have to rehearse what I'm saying when I call this hotline because anything people say on the voicemail, it's all good. It's all fine. Like, it's just cool to hear everybody's quirks and to realize that we're all weirdos. And, I love that. That wasn't why I called, but mailbag episodes are absolutely epic. But I wanted to tell you that I think my mom is, like, dabbling in some occult shit, and I guess she's been doing stuff for years.
What?
Like, she said she put a hex on someone, and I'm like, whatever. I was always, she said stuff like that before. I'm going to put a hex on him, and I'm like, oh, whatever, But actually, she's kind of doing that. She's been doing that. And I was shocked the other day when I was over. She was telling me that she was going to put a hex on someone, or she did put a hex on someone. And I guess it involved some kind of, like, burning a candle and then taking the soot from, like, the side of the candle and, like, writing something with it. I don't know. I don't want to know. But I do know that my mom probably shouldn't be messing with. I told her this, too. You should not be messing with things that you do not understand. I don't know what's up or down when it comes to that kind of that subject matter, except for you don't want to fuck with that. So I guess she put an X several years ago, on the neighbor's trampoline. And she said it was right by her breakfast window. And the little kids would jump on there, and they would see her looking there trying to eat her breakfast. And she would get really annoyed, and she wanted that damn trampoline gone. Well, guess what? The trampoline is gone. But the reason it's gone is because the kid was diagnosed with some kind of bone disease. He comes on the trampoline, his bones are going to break. So is that my mom's fault?
Oh, my God.
Do we know? Are we ever going to know? Probably not. But, like, oh, my God. What if she really is, like, putting hexes on people? There's other examples
so hard.
that seem a little coincidental. But, yeah, I just want to know, like, what the hell? And I needed to tell you guys that because only you guys are weird enough to, like, probably even care. So, if anybody knows, like, what happens when you fuck with that stuff that you don't know what you're doing, that would be cool to hear a message about it. Okay, bye, guys.
Oh, wow.
All I can say is, you are a gem. Never change. That's all I have to say on the subject.
I love the idea of a mom just kind of like dabbling and just like starting to hex people.
Yeah.
And the kids being like, "Mom, stop." And, well, sorry.
Just didn't do it. Don't worry about it.
Can't I try a little something? Can't your mother try something
Can't your
new?
mom have a little fun?
Oh my God, I fucking love.
Oh my God, that was insane.
What
okay,
a joy.
next message.
What a joy.
Hi, my name is Matt. I was calling with a message for the web crawlers.
Hello.
I was just getting caught up on old on podcasts. So I was listening to some back episodes, so I'm a little late in the game here on this one. But I was listening to your Krampus episode, and I know you mentioned the tradition of the Christmas pickle on there.
Yes.
So I just wanted to call in. I'm going to try and keep it short, so I don't want to have you have a two-parter here. I just wanted to call in and let you know that is definitely a thing. I'm from the central Pennsylvania area, and there was a lot of German settlers here. So a lot of like old German traditions have kind of shaped the culture of the area, and that is definitely one of them. So that's a big one to hear that like a lot of us grew up with. And it's very much like you described. You had pickles hidden on the tree, and the kid that finds it gets like an extra gift or a special treat or something. But I also wanted to call in because I write and illustrate children's books. I do it under the pen name Aldous Bunting, and my best-selling children's book is seasonal one called The Christmas Pickle, and it is a story about a Christmas pickle ornament that has always wanted to meet Santa Claus, but he cannot because he's hidden on the tree. And so one Christmas Eve, he decides he's going to sneak away from his hiding spot to meet Santa Claus, and that's where the adventure begins. If you want to know the rest, you can get the book. It's available pretty much anywhere. If they don't have it, you can order it. If you want to reach out and give me some contact or give me contact info, I can absolutely send you one too. I would love to send you some copies. But anyway, yeah, podcast is awesome, and keep up the good work. Thanks for all you do. Thanks.
Wow.
How cute.
Awesome. Look, I found it on Amazon. The Christmas Pickle by Aldous Bunting.
So does he have a pen name? He has a pen name then.
Yeah.
Because he said his name was Matt.
Aldous Bunting.
How
it's rated
cute.
5 out of 5. Barnes and Noble.
Wow, with almost 300 ratings.
Wow.
234 ratings. 5
Look
out
at
of 5.
Sammy the Squid Saves Christmas is another book he did.
Wow, what a fun job being a children's book author.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, the marvelous mind of Marvin.
Ooh.
Aw.
Our favorite elephant has a bit of a problem. He wandered off and is lost in the big city. In order to find his way home, Marvin needs to learn that being an elephant is not as important as being true to himself.
Oh.
Now that is a lesson we all need to learn.
How wonderful.
I love this. That's like, what a dream job.
You should write a children's book, Allie, with your illustrations.
Yeah.
Why not?
I will. You know what? I will.
Okay, great. That was the
I will.
easiest.
Yeah, okay, I'll do it.
I will. Allie's book of hexes for kids.
Hey, this is from Webcrawlers. This is Amber Lee from Savannah. I've called it a couple times, but so I know that people were tired of like the synchronicities and all that, but I had debated whether I should call it or not. But I had heard about. Okay, so I was at work and I was talking to my coworkers. We were talking about the vaccine and everything, and how some people don't want to get the vaccine and why don't they want to get it and all that other stuff. So she was telling me that her sister is a nurse, and she was telling her about this conspiracy thing where like a long time ago they took like African American people like back in like maybe the 20s or the 30s, maybe the 40s.
The Tuskegee.
They gave African American people syphilis. Like they thought they were coming in and getting treated and being taken care of, but in reality they were giving them syphilis, and then they didn't tell they were giving it to them. They basically just injected them with this, and then as they got sicker and sicker, they were like kind of not really giving them a treatment for it because they were using them basically as like experimental guinea pigs or whatever. So I was like, okay, well that's crazy. So I looked it up, and it's a real thing. It's called the
I like how she just found out about it.
or something.
Yeah.
And so we talked about that, and I looked it up, and I said, that's crazy. Then, like, the very next day, I was watching YouTube, and I was watching Bailey Sarian, and she did a whole episode about the Tuskegee experiment and how everything went down. And then, later that day, I was listening to a different podcast, and they talked about the Tuskegee experiment. So I was like, that's like 3 times in 2 days. I've never really heard about this in my whole life. And then all of a sudden, I'm hearing about it everywhere. So I thought that was interesting. But I thought maybe you guys would want to look that up and maybe do an episode about it because it's very crazy to me. Also, I am very pro-vax. I've been vaccinated. I know some people are not. But anyway, and I think that's it. So thanks, guys. Bye.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
It's a horrible moment in our history. And I will say, anytime I talk about vaccination, I think that is the only understandable reason or justification that I can understand for people not wanting to get vaccinated for a certain population.
Because of the history with
Because of the history
and
of
stuff.
minorities and disenfranchised population and medical testing. That is the one thing I can understand when people have skepticism. White yoga instructors from Malibu, when they talk about skepticism, I'm like, you've never been medically tested on. I think you're okay.
I think you're fine.
Yeah. I mean, that was a horrible, I think it was,
crazy.
I think I think almost everyone in the experiment died. They did not get consent from anyone about what they're being tested on, and then they were not offered like penicillin or after treatment. A horrible thing that happened.
Crazy.
One of the many horrible things that we did to minorities in this country.
Hi, this message is for the web crawlers. This is Jennifer from Portland.
Hello.
I'm listening to a recent mailbag episode with the series of View from the Top call-ins. And I just want to say, not only have I seen View from the Top, I saw it in the movie theaters with my friend when it came out. And it is the worst movie. After the movie, my friend and I were like, oh man, I wanted to walk out halfway through. And we realized we probably just should have. Like, Gwyneth Paltrow is some perfect trainee flight attendant, and Christina Applegate is in school with her and not as good. And it's just Michael Myers, Austin Powers, he's just like their flight attendant school teacher. It's not good. Don't see it. But you asked if anybody had actually seen it, and I did, and it was bad. Thank you guys for everything you do. Bye.
Wow, theater for that one.
That's crazy.
Woof. Thank you for taking one for the team.
Yeah, seriously, my
Okay,
God.
Next message.
Hey, this is for the web crawlers. I'm a web crawlers virgin here. My real name
Ooh.
is not Nadia, but for the purpose of this voicemail, it is.
Okay,
Okay,
Nadia.
To a
Nadia.
mailbag episode with Shit My Dad Says, where it talks about how, the dad walks into someone's shower and then you guys start talking about sneaking into things. So anyways,
Oh, yeah.
I'm from Massachusetts. My boyfriend snuck into the World Series a couple years ago.
Whoa.
He's ex-military, so he kind of knows about this stuff. But yeah, he decided to show up, didn't have a ticket, put on a suit, picked up a, lanyard on the ground and walked right into the World Series.
Amazing.
So how's that for security?
Amazing.
And then, funniest thing is, he's a straight male. He got roofied that night. So,
Oh, my God.
he likes to get free drinks, and someone offered him a free drink, and it was roofied. So he called me and said, I don't feel good. And I remember this one street name that he said. So I had to go and try to figure out where the hell he was.
No.
I didn't really know where to go. So until I got a $800 charge to a hotel on my credit card, then I knew where he was.
Oh, my God.
Oh, he doesn't have a cell phone, really, unless there's Wi-Fi. So it's kind of hard to get in touch with him. So when I saw the charge from the hotel, it was like 3 a.m. I'm like, okay, either this motherfucker found the hooker or he's trying to tell me where he is. So I called
Oh,
the
my
hotel.
God.
I said, why the hell did you just charge my credit card? They're like, we don't charge credit card unless we look at the ID. I'm like, well, bitch, it's my card, and I'm not there. So I ended up going to find him, fought the charges of the hotel because it wasn't under my name, even though I used my card. And we somehow traipsed the streets of Boston and found his car. By that time, the roofie pill had worn off, and we went home happily ever after. Love you guys. Bye.
Wow.
What a night.
What a night is
a
right.
night to remember. You
What
sneak
is
into
that,
World
The
Series,
Hangover?
You get roofied? Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Wow. Okay. Last voicemail of the day.
Wow, time flies when you're having fun.
Hi, this is a message for the web crawlers. This is Laura from Louisiana. First of all, I am just getting over the flu. I had to cancel my trip to Disney World
No.
that I was supposed to leave for on the 11th. Today is the 14th of December.
Oh, shame. What a shame.
I was supposed to leave on the 11th because I started feeling bad on the 10th. We had to cancel. So that sucks. Whatever. The reason I'm calling is because I was just listening to the new episode about Krampus. And yeah, we're talking about Saint Nick, what happens when, what's the word for when you're made a saint? And I paused it, so I don't know if you eventually figure it out. But Catholic school finally taught me something. The word you're looking for is canonized or canonized.
That's right.
Basically, that's what it means whenever the Catholic Church makes someone, proclaims someone as a saint. They are canonized. That's all I wanted to say because I was like, oh, I know that word. I learned that word because Catholic school taught me nothing else. Oh, God, Jesus. All right, that's it. Oh, shit.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. Sorry, y'all. Jesus Christ. Y'all don't have to play that. Oh, God. Anyway, bye.
Okay, well, first of all, I hope you get better. I hope you don't die.
Oh, my God. I love Southern people, though. My God, they are so cute.
Well,
I can't remember if we ever got to the word or not. Maria, you
don't
might
think
have.
we did.
No,
We didn't.
no. Well,
No,
thank
we
God.
didn't.
Thank God for that voicemail then. Anyway, thank God for that voicemail. anyways, guys, please keep on calling. We love you guys and we love your voicemails so much. I am Allie Siegel.
I am Melissa Stettin.
And I, producer Maria.
Bye.
Bye.
An Erios original.
Powered by Acast.